I just received a letter from somebody. It's not their account, but it's the account that they're using temporary. And I'm gonna read the letter. It's pretty interesting. I was supposed to go to bed right now, but I decided to wait and get some inspiration. I had inspiration, so why not? So without further ado, the letter says, "I live in a town that is famous for two things: meth labs and churches. If you drive a car through my town, half the houses you see are boarded up and run down. In spite of the amount of hard drugs that pass through my town, it has a very strong Christian overtone. Me and about two other kids in my school are atheists. The rest are cross-wheeling, hard-knocks Christians. Through the entire year, they would torment us and try to beat me and my friends up. It seems that kids and most people in general will try to destroy what they can't comprehend. For Christians, it seems that if one of their flock tries to be different or thinks differently, then they must be the wrong ones, so they will attack us. I even heard one kid say to me, 'We can either convert you or you are an enemy of God.' They think we are the ones controlled by the devil, so by hurting us, they are hurting the devil. But by far the parents are the worst. They let their children egg my house. I can still see the smiling faces of the children who think they're doing good. They think they're helping out God's army by hating and being cruel to me and my only friends. You're probably not even going to read this, but if you do, answer these questions. 1. Are you still wondering whether or not to become an atheist? 2. If you are, I really suggest you become an atheist. Religion was created by the ever-corruptible man. People use it to control the masses, and people will always try to manipulate its messages. How do you feel about other religions?" Okay, well, the only way I could really respond to this is in a video. I couldn't just write you back. That wouldn't just do any. That would not do justice. So here's an answer to your first question. No, I'm not wondering on becoming an atheist. I don't really think you become a Christian or you become atheist. It's more, or maybe you do. It's not about becoming something different than what I am now. What it is the level of understanding. And right now my level of understanding of where I'm at in the world is kind of skewed and misunderstood. I'm misinterpreting the world around me. And I'm just at a standstill. Try to explain as best I can. Yes, I believe in God. I hate religion though. This comes up very often. When you talk to Christians, they don't have religion, they have a relationship. But as you've described here, I've noticed things like this that they feel that they're doing good things. Now, if you notice, exactly, they're the ones that think they're doing good, but in reality they're not, right? Well, here's the reason why. The reason why is this. You think, you hear about the Muslims saying that they're attacking us because we're the ones that are bad. Not the good ones, the bad ones. You know what I'm talking about? The bad ones. That they're doing God's work, right? Well, there you go. You have a Christian example of Christians attacking atheists because they think that the devil's in you guys when it's not. I do believe in science very heavily. I have very different views and opinions on how the universe is created. I love writing, like you've said. Thank you. I will keep writing on. There's one story I wrote called Hopeless Romantic, and I used a lot of Christian stuff in there, but at the same time, though, it's really kind of offensive because it implies that, yes, God did create our world and stuff and all that stuff, but he used science through it. He was from a dying civilization, the last of his kind. He was an immortal, which was a little bit of mysticalness in the story, which the main character in the story is also immortal. Though the book has a lot to do, the story has a lot to do with immortality. It was that God tried to create a perfect world, and it didn't happen, and he destroyed it. He used cloning methods and such. After the flood that he used, he ended everything. And the only thing that he had left was to clone himself on the planet, which he used a surrogate, and that didn't even work over well. He could not... That doesn't matter. What I'm saying, though, is that it's not that I want to become an atheist, that it's like, oh, well, I want to be Buddhist for a while. It's not like that. What it is is I'm trying to find an understanding within myself. I'm very open-minded. I have friends that are Wiccan. I have friends that are Buddhist. My wife is Buddhist. Um, I have friends that are gay, friends that are straight, friends that are fucking Islamic. I have, um, I have a copy of the Bible. I have a copy of the Torah. I have a copy of the Quran. I have a copy of the Book of Mormon. Uh, I've got several different texts of different religious materials, such as a lot of older Asian stuff, uh, before and after Confucius and all that, different philosophers and such. It's not about me wanting or desiring to be an atheist. It's that trying to find where I fit. I guess the best thing you could do to say is that there's a small part of me living on hope, because yes, I believe in all the science and all that, but there's always that what if factor, and I use God as my understanding for that void. When in reality, I do feel like, yeah, there might be something higher than myself. I know there's something higher than myself. It's the laws of science. I know that as a fact. There's things that I can't control. Laws of science. Easy, right? The whole God thing, that's just all my unanswered questions. That's how I fit God into the sense of it. And I don't put people down because of it. It's fine. It doesn't matter to me. They're, okay, fine, cool. They're fucking into God and all that. That's good for them. They're taking a little overboard. This whole thing, they're better than us. They're not. You know, we're all created equally, right? And in the same sense, we are all born equally, right? We're all born to the earth. We're not, it's not that God says, bam, there you go. That's what you're going to be. Here's your whole life laid out. That's really, I like to be in charge of my own destiny. So that whole thing that God chooses who's going to be and who's not. And that's why I'm anti-abortion. Not because this whole pro-God thing that life needs to exist. It's because of science. Because when life is created at the moment of conception, that's life. And through laws and science, it's murder to abort a fetus. Well, it's just a fetus. It's a fucking life. You're erasing an entire history. It's not that, oh, you're erasing a future president or a future person. You're just erasing more of the planet. I will say this, though. I am anti-abortion. But at the same time, though, we need, as society, we need to learn to calm down on that, because we have so many people that need to be adopted and all this. It's out of control. But, you don't see this in other countries as much as you do in America. Sorry, I sidetracked, but I hope you watch my videos when I do this. Real quick, how do I feel about other religions? I feel very strong about other religions. I like to write, and I use a lot of other religions as a sort of inspiration. It helps me, figure out new ideas and stories to work with. I think I should become an atheist. That is a little interesting, because that's your opinion. That's cool, and that's your view on it, how it works, and it might be good for you. But for me, it's not about exiting religion out of my life. I don't sit and pray every night. I don't do any of that Christian. I don't go to church. I don't fucking read Bible verses all the time. I hate worship music. I'm not a typical God-loving person. Just, I guess, a believer. That's the best way I can put it. This is where I'm confusing myself. This is why it's really hard for me to explain this. Video's almost up. I'm sorry. I know I got sidetracked. Deal with it. That's just how I am. But I'm going to go to bed. You have a great night. And share the video to the world. Let people know me. And, any more questions, I will totally answer them. So, you have a good night.